Die Nacht war entspannt. Mein Zimmer war ein bisschen schwierig. Fotos an dieser Stelle. Das war wie in so einem Horrorfilm. Da war ein bisschen Blut an der Wand. Und jetzt kommen wir mal zur Sache hier. Ich habe da gar keine Ahnung, weil ich gesagt habe, früher erst der Spezi, ne? Lange Rede, kurzer Stiefel. Sagt man wohl Basingstoke oder Basingstoke?
Basingstoke.
Basingstoke. Welcome to Basingstoke. Reduce speed now. Boah, da sehe ich schon irgendwelche dicken Maschinen. Also das ist wirklich krass. This is from a bike from Quad. Port. Okay, alles klar. Oh, da vorne, ich sehe es schon. Alle machen uns Platz. Dankeschön. Workshop. REGAL Autosport. Was ist das denn? Mind that child. Oh, guck mal. Wir sind direkt hier in Porsche. Die haben hier ein paar geile Autos stehen. Ich glaube, hier vorne geht's rein, weil da ist nämlich der Dyno drin. In dieser Garage. Oh ja, Digga, guck mal, was hier steht. Ja. Komm, wir machen wieder den Germanitz. Wir fahren hier einfach so richtig drauf. Aber diese Eingangstöne finde ich mal lustig. Ja, aber dann würde ich sagen, springen wir mal rein, gucken, wo Ash ist. Oh, da sind eine ganze Menge CSF-Kühler. Weil der Ash macht ja die Distribution Europa für CSF und die sitzt hier. Und hier irgendwo ist auch das Lager und von hier kriegen wir unsere Kühler. Guck mal, da 81,92. Das müsste, nee, 81,27, das ist glaube ich N55 in schwarz. Nerdy. Ja gut, komm, dann lass uns mal reinjumpen. Wir sind einfach rein. I will just explain in German, okay?
Yeah.
Wir sind einfach reingeplatzt hier bei Ash. Das ist Ash.
Hi guys.
Ihr kennt Ash aus den Videos, habe ich schon gesagt. Und wir gucken uns einfach hier den Laden an, okay? Just give us a tour.
Yeah, sure.
What are you doing here at REGAL?
This is we're like a tuning shop.
Okay.
And also like we import a lot of stuff from like America, Europe, upgrade cars like CSF, wave track, all that kind of stuff. So
yeah,
this is
sorry, I just explained.
Yep.
You do the CSF European distribution and the wave track.
Yep.
And these guys know you from the wave track
perfect.
video
Cool.
we took.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So we built that here.
So, but that's not the only thing you do, right?
No, yeah.
Here.
So we're doing loads of tuning stuff. So we specialise in like Volkswagen Audi group. So for example, we've got this RS3.
Yes.
So an 8V RS3. We've got up on the ramps. So that's having its engine built. It's had a diff in it. I think we've done a TTE 777 turbo. I think. So we. Sorry, it's going bigger. What turbo is it now?
800. Yes.
Yeah.
Strange. Yeah.
Some strange things.
Yeah, and then.
But you do the internal tier, the engine build?
Yeah, do an engine build. So, Chris is building an E30 engine at the moment. Did you see the E30 that we did with the sequential gearbox? The paddle shift one.
From Ryan, the black one.
Yeah.
Yes, on Instagram.
Yeah, so we're building his engine.
Okay.
So it's an M20.
Yes.
And we're stroking it to 2.9.
Okay.
So before it was just a normal M20. It was like gutless, like 150 horsepower, something like that. Yeah, and it was really slow.
Okay.
But it was fast because of the gearbox. And when we made the gearbox, we made all the ratios for 250 odd horsepower. So this engine will support that.
Okay.
So we're building that at the moment.
Kurz für euch, also es geht hier RS3, TTE 831 oder so. Motor wird gebaut und die haben hier ein E30-Projekt mit einem M20-Motor mit sequenziellem Getriebe. Ich weiß nicht, the E30 is here? Is
No,
it around?
the E30 is not here at the moment.
Okay.
We're hoping to have the engine in the car by the end of next month.
Okay.
For a track day. So Ryan's got the car, he's in London,
Okay.
around London area. So he's going to bring the car down and then we're just going to put it in and hopefully it's all okay.
Okay, also Auto ist nicht hier, Motor wird gebaut. Ja, nur so für euch zur Info. Okay.
Cool. And then other things we've got, so like these are Porsche PDK gearboxes.
Yes.
So this is a G160 from a 991 turbo.
Okay.
So changing it from a plate differential to a wave track. And this is quite an interesting differential because the locking is actuated by oil pressure. So oil comes in here and then builds up pressure behind this diaphragm and pushes out this spring. And there's a couple of pins that go into the plates on the original diff and it just pushes the plates together. So we remove all of this, install the wave track, because when you're running like 1,000 horsepower, you launch the car and there's just one wheel spinning up the road. So for drag use, we've got about 8 of these gearboxes to do.
Okay. Okay, wow. And this is for all-wheel drive, or is this just for the rear
so this
axle?
is just for the rear axle.
Okay.
And then we're working on a front diff as well.
Okay. So you have to do both?
You can only do the rear at the moment, and then we'll do the front later. So the front's in development. But the rear does like 80% of the work.
Yeah, okay. And how about the ice cream truck?
The ice cream truck, yeah. So yeah, it's local customer. So yeah, we do like MOTs repairs. So this is just like MOT repair work.
It's the basic work to do here.
Yeah, the bread and butter kind of stuff.
About MOT, I don't think these guys know MOT.
Yeah, so MOT is like a yearly test you have to go through for like roadworthiness, so like bushes, emissions.
Every year?
Every year, yeah, once a year.
Like TUV?
Like TUV kind of a thing.
But every year, that's annoying.
It's way less intrusive than TUV though. So, but yeah, every single year.
Wow, and what do they check? Like tire or?
It's general like safety stuff, so like brakes, emissions, like bushes, like leaks, corrosion. Yeah.
Wow, what's the price for checking?
£54.
Wow.
So that's what we do on that ramp there.
Okay. Also ganz kurz, ne, wenn ihr heult, dass wir zum TÜV müssen, alle 2 Jahre für 140 €, die müssen hier jedes Jahr für 45 Pfund zum TÜV. Also crazy. But you that's the point. You can go with straight pipes there, right? They don't care?
Not really, no.
No?
Not meant to. Like, removing cats and things like that is a big no-no. But
really?
Noise, you can kind of get away with it. It's not too bad, but
I thought with the cats it's no problem here.
I know it is.
Police side is no problem.
It depends. Some people have people who can MOT their cars.
Okay.
Turn a blind eye.
But this will change, I'm sure.
Yeah. So, and then this 997, I've installed a supercharger kit on there. So this is a 3.8 Carrera, I believe. It's been supercharged. It makes about turbo power without looking like a turbo. So
how many horsepower?
About 450, I think.
Stock.
No, so supercharged. We can go out the front and I'll show you some interesting cars.
There are
some
quite
cool cars,
already. What are you driving right now? Golf 8?
Golf yeah.
Golf 8R.
Okay, yeah.
Are you happy?
Yeah, it's pretty good. The dash light stops working all the time.
Really? We just talked about when we came here that the Golf 8 dash is not the greatest.
Terrible.
Like on the Golf 7 it was really high quality. On the Golf 8 it's more, it feels cheaper.
Yeah,
like with
but
black plastic.
Also the screen stops working, so like half of it
will
work, and then all of a sudden the whole thing will start working. And then at the moment it's not working whatsoever, so there's no parking sensors, no
Because
anything.
of tuning or just?
I have no idea.
Okay, that's bad. What's this?
Yeah, so
it looks fast.
I was just saying off camera, this is probably my favourite car that's here. So 981 Cayman GT4, but we've installed shorter 3rd to 6th gear ratios, so really short gear ratios. One of the big problems with these cars are the gears are really long, because it's got like a 911 gearbox in it. So the short ratios is like such good fun to drive, just going through the gears.
Okay.
That's got the Hollinger gear ratios in it, wave track differential as well in there. We've done the Dundon exhaust manifolds and also the intake plenums. So I think it's running around 420 horsepower, 430 horsepower, I think.
So that gives me an idea that when a customer comes here to Regal, it's more about driving.
Yeah, the experience.
To get more performance in the driving, not to achieve the most horsepower.
Yeah, exactly.
So
we tend to not get involved in the most horsepower because things break. Customers are often unhappy because they want a certain number, they don't get it, they're a bit disappointed.
And also you can't go fast here in Britain.
Exactly, yeah. So
Only on racetracks.
It's always wet.
Yes.
So,
okay, also ganz kurz nochmal auf Deutsch für euch. Was ich gerade gesagt habe, ist, also hier werden halt wirklich mehr so, nicht so Leistungsumbauten gemacht, sondern schon so Fahrmaschinenumbauen, ne? Mit Fahrwerk und jetzt hier Getriebe, Gänge, um ein spritzigeres Auto zu bauen. Also schon mehr Motorsport, finde ich. Also schon zu einem sehr gehörigen Anteil. Das sieht man jetzt schon häufiger bei uns, glaube ich, aber nicht ganz so häufig. Ne? Also ich meine, man hat ja oft so dieses mehr Leistung, mehr Ladedruck, so die üblichen Upgrades.
So I don't know if you've seen this car on our YouTube channel, but it's like the ultimate Mark 7.5 Golf car.
Really?
He's literally installed everything.
Okay.
Absolutely everything. So
pop the hood.
Yeah, pop the hood. The interior is quite cool. So what have we got? Carbon fibre on the steering wheel, customised shifter, like black accents and all like the knobs, black around the shifter as well. And then in the engine bay, carbon ceramic brakes.
Wow! This is from an R8 or what is it?
Racing Line.
Racing Line?
Racing Line brakes, yeah.
They offer this
Yeah, so stage 3 kit.
Okay. What's the price for
So
this?
I think around £6,000 plus tax. I think.
Ash macht übrigens auch YouTube. Wir machen hier mal irgendwo so einen Link rein, falls ihr mehr davon sehen wollt.
And then,
okay, that looks serious.
Yeah, so CSF radiator, upgraded intercooler, light blocks battery. So this is, I think, a couple of kilos, and the factory battery is like 20.
I know these guys. I have one of my M5 Touring. This is like the smaller one. It's 1 point something kilo, no 2 kilo. Okay.
Yeah, super light.
Nice.
It's crazy. All like the dress up kit in the engine bay, bigger turbo. So that's running, we just finished the software. It's about 480 horsepower and 620 newton meters of torque.
Nice.
Underneath, it's got Verkline front rear subframes. Every single suspension arm is spherically bushed, so all metal bushings. Everything's adjustable, so camber, caster, toe, camber gain, like literally everything.
Is it still comfortable, or is it really stiff?
So the biggest thing with like MVH and comfort is the top mounts.
Okay.
So if you leave the top mounts standard, then that isolates the chassis from a lot of the MVH.
Okay.
So that's the key. As soon as you put aftermarket top mounts with spherical bearings, disgusting. It's horrible.
Then that's critical.
But the idea behind this was to be like a really nice road car that feels like a race car. So it feels like nice and tight, really precise. 480
horsepower is quick in a Golf.
The thing is with these is you can put like a turbo that can do 550, 600 horsepower, and the bottom end of the rev range is just dead. It's not very fun to drive. So this loses a little bit at the low end below 3000 RPM.
Okay.
But everything above that is like another 100, 150 horsepower.
Okay, so it spools later.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the lower RPM it's not.
A little bit less, yeah. Okay. So the standard turbo,
you have to rev it.
Yeah, have to rev it a little bit. So on these ones, the standard turbo makes peak boost like immediately at like 2000 RPM.
Okay.
But it runs out at around 5000 RPM. It drops off quite a bit. So it's just a normal trade-off with a bigger turbo.
Yes.
It's going to be a little bit laggy.
Exactly. What's next?
The GT Skyline, which might not necessarily be so cool, but it has also got OG rays on there. So 15-inch. So these are like the original rays. It's quite a rare wheel set.
When I saw the front, I thought it says R34 Skyline, but now I see 4 doors.
Yeah, it's a Skyline, but it's a GT.
Okay.
GTR. And then we've got our new Golf R. So that's like our new project. Yeah, that's ours. So what have we done on this so far? So we've done suspension, wheels. Underneath it's literally a Mark 7 Golf. It's just a facelift basically. So all the suspension fits. The only thing that's really different on this car is the interior and the rear diff. The rear diff is basically the biggest thing that's different underneath. Okay. And the engine's essentially the same, just a different turbo. Okay. But yeah, the engine bay looks quite cool. I don't know if you've seen we put the e-Venturi on that.
Yes, the prototype, right?
Yeah, the prototype. It works really well. It sounds really good.
Okay. Ja, da kommt noch ein Video bei uns. Wir haben jetzt auch bald einen Golf 8 mit e-Venturi-Ansaugsystem. Ganz kurz nochmal zur Erklärung. Also Golf 7 habt ihr ja gesehen, ziemlich crazy. Golf 8, sagt er, ist eigentlich genauso wie der Golf 7, so vom Fahrwerk her. Da haben sie aber noch ein paar Probleme mit. Okay, that's a massive intake.
Yeah, absolutely huge. So you've done a similar design as what they did on like the RS3. So a hole and tight intake across the front and then lifted up a little bit to get even more air in. So, but yeah, this didn't make a lot of power on a standard car, but when we put the race chip on, increased the boost, it made around 20 horsepower. So I guess once you put a bigger turbo on there and you can actually tune the ECU properly,
same like
the gain's going to be bigger. Yeah.
What do you want to do in the future with this car?
So
everything, or?
So everything basically, yeah. Basically, more or less everything that's on there. Obviously, a lot of that stuff is underneath, and you can't really see it. So we've got a front wave track diff in development for it. So it's a 7-speed in that. So DQ 381, I think. So doing the diff on this. As soon as the ECU software is available, we'll do the ECU software. No one's, obviously everyone in the aftermarket uses the same tuning tools. So once one person will be able to tune it, everyone can tune it at the same time. So at the moment we've just got a tuning box, which works okay. But you can feel, I don't know if it's the torque limits or if it's clutch slip, but one or the two. You can feel it when you're driving in like the higher modes. It's either clutch slip or torque limits.
And that's the problem with these boxes.
Yeah.
Did you try a JB4 in here?
I don't think there's not a JB4 yet for these, I don't think. No.
Okay, because you can play around more, like changing bits and bytes on options, but
be interested to try that. And then yeah, just want to take it on track days really, make it like a real nice track day car. More
but that's like your focus on track days and handling, and not like quarter mile, half mile racing, right?
I've got like no interest, less than no interest in doing that. Like maybe I'll do it like once or twice a year, and that's about it. I'd rather go to a track day, get there 8 o'clock in the morning until like sundown.
Until the tires are burned.
Yeah, do like 3 tanks of fuel. And then yeah, we've actually got something really cool in the dyno cell. I'll just go grab the keys for it now, and then I'll show you it.
Is it the Italian guy or?
Italian guy, yeah.
Yes? Okay. I didn't tell anything about it, so be surprised. Ja, schön, ne? Also, man merkt auf jeden Fall,
laut, aber kalt und laut, aber
kalt,
schön.
ja, da ist die Autobahn direkt. Nee, das ist keine Autobahn, das ist eine Bundesstraße, glaube ich. Und da war auch gerade ein Zug. Kalt, windig, es stinkt ein bisschen nach Abgas.
Ja, aber das finde ich ganz geil.
Welcome to Britain. Aber man merkt, er macht YouTube, ne? Also er kann wirklich einfach so aus dem Stegreif, so wie eine Knarre, kann er einfach labern.
You stay outside.
Okay.
I'll do like a Jurassic open.
Okay. Oh wow. I thought it's a different Italian guy. Didn't expect that.
Yeah. Is this better?
Wow.
It's funny how
Is it
it's Evo 2, I think.
Is it original?
Yeah, original.
Because there's someone doing replicas.
I know, this is 100% original.
Wow.
So this is a customer who's got a bunch of other cars, more modern cars. And then what did we do to this? We did all the suspension bushes, did a little bit of engine work on it, so he asked us to take a look at that. And I think he's got some plans to go for some big power in it as well. So that'd be interesting.
Really?
Yeah. But it's like pristine condition.
The condition looks like factory new.
Beautiful colour.
Yes.
It's just tiny though. Like you think a Golf is small.
Yeah, I mean, if you compare it to the what was the time, like Golf 3 or Golf 2?
Yeah, I think
it's beginning 90s or.
I think end of the 80s. I think something like that.
Then it's not that small for the 80s, but that's really a nice car. But is it reliable? Because they had problems, right?
Nothing Italian, is it?
Yeah, yes, but this I think this is the worst.
Yeah, probably.
When it comes to reliability.
But it looks cool.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
Yeah.
The color is quite nice.
Yeah, the color's insane.
Also, driving must be nice.
Yeah.
This is four-wheel drive.
Full drive.
Like a real rally
rally
thing.
Special.
Yes.
The interior is really cool as well. Also, all like leather bucket seats, even the rear benches.
Integrale Evo 2, right? Wow. What's the price tag on this? I mean,
I don't know. Maybe about 90,000, something like that. I think.
Yeah, these are how many are built from the Evo 2? Pretty rare, right?
Yeah, definitely. Especially in this condition, like no rust, anything.
Can you pop the bonnet?
I actually don't know how to open it.
Okay, then
I haven't got
let's
the
not
keys
do it
either.
because no.
It's more expensive than me.
Yeah. Okay, I expected the Huracan here.
Oh no, we sold that.
Really?
Yeah, so we sold it. I don't know if you saw the supercharger was on the shelf under the gearbox. So we removed the supercharger, put it back to standard, sold it. Then we're gonna get something else very soon.
So you buy a new one or?
No, we're gonna get a new car.
Okay.
We haven't announced what we're gonna get as of yet. I'll tell you what
secrets.
Yeah,
okay.
secrets. So
you can use this charger or?
No.
Oh, okay.
Completely new.
Okay. Why you didn't sold it with the charger?
Just because they didn't want it. So it was like to a car dealership. So you just want standard cars. But we can sell the supercharger.
Okay. So you will tell me what you get next when the camera is off. Okay, pretty nice. Okay, cool. Okay, I think that's the tour, right?
Pretty much everything.
Okay,
Yeah.
then, guys, vielen Dank, ne? Thank you, Ash, for showing everything. Wir werden jetzt noch ein bisschen quatschen. Ich will noch hören, was als nächstes Auto gibt und dann sehen wir uns halt im Wagen wieder. Kommt er denn? Ja, er kommt jetzt neben dir direkt. Rechts? Ja. Kommt jetzt. Oh nein! Scheiße, was war das denn? It's the bear's plan.
Guten Tag. Guten Tag. Wir sind jetzt bei Eventuri Evolve, kurz rüber geswitcht.
So this is, I would say this is my favorite.
He's saying we've got replicas here as well.
So this is the only reason an Eventuri intake exists.
What about those cars?
No. So we bought another one.
Get down to business, tell everyone.
9000 Pfund für ein Kennzeichen. And this is the keeper?
No.
No? But you have another Lamborghini.
Yes, this costs more than my first house. Well, you can see below test as well if you want. So the person who designs all these wonderful intakes
For the combustion,
for combustion engines
drives electric.